It's your boy Beezy430 back again, part 2 of my top 25 favorite Southern hip hop albums. So I mean, of course, you guys watch part 1. You know, you're here for a reason to find out what's my ranked 20 through 16 albums that I'm doing with this video. So I guess, you know, with no further introduction, let's just get started. Let's get right to it, man. Start off with number 20. At number 20, I have Ghetto Boys, We Can't Be Stopped. Ghetto Boys is one of those groups where, you know, them coming out initially, I didn't really appreciate Ghetto Boys until Scarface's solo career, until I heard, you know, Mr. Scarface and The Diary. That's when I started going back to Ghetto Boys projects, cause like, and that went to like the late 90s, early 2000s. But you know, going back to their projects, like We Can't Be Stopped was easily my personal favorite album by Ghetto Boys, because like I said, back then when they came out, I thought they were so gimmicky for some reason. Like they didn't connect with me, you know, initially when I was, you know, listening to them when I was growing up. But We Can't Be Stopped though, you know, of course the classic Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, Gotta Let Your Nuts Hang. I mean, besides Mind Playing Tricks on Me, I think that was like their only single that they released for the album. But yeah, Gotta Let Your Nuts Hang, Another Nigga in the Morgue, the title track We Can't Be Stopped. I mean, it's some bangers on there, man. Like, just it's funny listening to like Ghetto Boys projects. It just really makes me even appreciate Scarface even more as just an artist, just a totality of Scarface. Not even just his solo albums, but just as a whole, man. Like, that dude is definitely one of the greats, man. It just his solo albums just separate him from the rest of the pack. But yeah, Ghetto Boys, We Can't Be Stopped. This was an album, like I said, early on, much younger when I first got into Ghetto Boys. When I first started listening to them, I heard about them. I didn't care for them that much, but as I was getting older, in my, you know, late teenage years, early 20s, then I started to, you know, appreciate them guys a lot more, man. Like, at least the impact that they had on Southern hip hop. So yes, number 20, Ghetto Boys, We Can't Be Stopped. At number 19, have Hot Boys with Guerrilla Warefare. Fresh off the success of you know, coming off a little less than a year, the success of Juvenile's second album on the Cash Money with 400 Degrees, Hot Boys was, this was their second album. This was Hot Boys' second album, because really the first album was Get It How You Live. I think that's what it was called, if I remember correctly. But you know, that didn't really create a buzz because, you know, Cash Money wasn't really on the map like that. I mean, you had BG that made Chopper City that made some waves, and then Big Timers, and then 400 Degrees by Juveniles, but really had the whole world looking at Cash Money Records. So then with that, you already knew about Lil Wayne and BG and Turk, and then them releasing their follow-up album with Guerrilla Warfare, man. We on Fire. What's that? I Need a Hot Girl. Like that, man. Like Manny Fresh, man. Like, that's another underrated producer, man. Manny Fresh held down that Cash Money flag as far as they sound for many years, man. People don't mention Manny Fresh enough, and it's like he's such an underrated, underappreciated producer. Not just in the South, but just in hip hop in general. But yes, man, Guerrilla Warfare, man, that's definitely that. I remember listening to that album because at the time I'm like, man, ain't nothing they gonna make gonna be better than 400 Degrees. But this was close. Like, this was really close. Like, I remember playing this album a lot and like not really skipping that many tracks. Like, and this had like 17 tracks, and I don't remember skipping that much. I don't remember hitting that skip button that much. Maybe once or twice. That was it. But I haven't listened to this album in a while. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this now that I'm talking about it. But yes, at number 19, Hot Boys with Guerrilla Warfare. At number 18, I have Project Pat with Mr. Don't Play. Easily my favorite album by him in his discography, and also one of my favorite like albums during the whole Six Mafia run, just that whole Hypnotized Minds run that they had. They had like a good 97 to like 2002. I think 6 had like a good run, like just them and their whole affiliate and the crews, people outside the crew that represented. But yeah, Project Pat, Mr. Don't Play, Chicken Head, Don't Save Ya, If It Ain't From My Hood, like, man, Juicy J and DJ Paul, man, like, that's another one that's like underrated and underappreciated, man. Like, they had a sound in Project Pat, man. I love that shit, man. Like, that's the album I still go back today and listen to and just be like, yo, man, this was my shit. Like, this album was my, and like, that's another one of those albums that I barely hit that skip button back then, man. And then of course this was a time when I had bump in my car. Like, I was, you know, bumping the whip before FIFA was making it a catchphrase. But yeah, man, this during that time, man, and like this album still hits today. Like, this is still an album. If I want to listen to Project Pat, this is the album I play a lot. So yes, Project Pat, Mr. Don't Play at my number 18 spot. Keeping it in the Hypnotized Mind crew, number 17, I have Six Mafia, When the Smoke Clears. Man, this album right here, man, you already know about Mystic Styles and World Domination. But this joint, man, was what, like, everybody got, it's like everybody shine. And shout out DJ Paul and Juicy J, because at that time, coming out in the South, they were like really like the only producers that was like really sampling horror movies. And like, it was a whole bunch of joints I was hearing where I was like, holy shit, that's from fucking Chucky. Holy shit, that's from The Creep Show by Stephen King. Like, it was a lot of horror show reference and samples that they were using throughout a lot of their beats during that time, especially on this album, man. Like, this album has so many damn hits. Hits like Who Run It, Sipping on Some Scissor, Let Me See Your Tongue Ring, Weak Ass Bitch. I mean, Hype Ass Club. Like, they were like crunk music, like they were like club crunk music before Lil Jon like coined that phrase, man. Like 3 6, man, they had definitely some club bangers, some dope ass beats. Damn, like When the Smoke Clears is my shit, man. Like that's another one that I just barely touched that skip button, man. Like, that's always a classic 6 Mafia album, man. And like I said, that album just kind of put everybody else, you know, Project Pat. Like, we started looking forward to them solo albums. Lil Chat, Gangsta Boo, like, you know, DJ Paul and Juicy J ended up started doing some more solo stuff under the Hypnotized Mind, like Crunchy Black. Like, it just kind of it was the connector for everything, and it put them on the map even more nationwide, because I know it had us in Detroit bumping that shit like crazy. So yes, man, at number 17, 6 Mafia, When the Smoke Clears. And to wrap up this video, at number 16, I have T.I. with King. Easily, well, I ain't gonna say easily, but it's my personal favorite T.I. album. I think if I ranked his discographies, King is always my favorite. I play that the most. I replay it the most. I go back to it the most. Even though Urban Legend and Trap Music is definitely good. Those are definitely some good albums. I want to kind of mention those as well, because I know people can be like, man, how you not put Trap Music? But yeah, Trap Music and Urban Legend, of course, definitely are dope albums. But I feel like the King, I think, was not only he still had like Southern style trap beats, but he also kind of showed that he could flow over different type of production, man. Like, he had Just Blaze on there, had Pharrell on there, had Common. Like, he kind of stepped out the boundaries with the features and stuff. Didn't go with the typical like Southern features, even though he don't have a lot of features on his albums up to that point. But yeah, I feel like he kind of stepped out of his boundaries with that album, and it worked. It definitely worked. So it was, to me, it's still like one of his most versatile albums, because he's just able to show me that he can rhyme over different type of production, not over the stuff that was on Trap Music and Urban Legend. So yeah, King is definitely my favorite T.I. album. He was just like really in the groove at that time too, especially coming off of Trap Music, Urban Legend, and then the King, and then he's having the ATL movie, and just like the soundtrack off that. Like, he was just in the groove, man, and he was untouchable at that point, man, coming out the South, man. So yeah, King is definitely my favorite. So that's my 16th spot so far. So hey, we got 15 left to go. So, you know, again, thank you guys for watching. Yo, don't forget, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up in the comment sections, let me know what you guys think of these 5 albums that I picked. And also, be on the lookout, of course, part 3, I'm gonna go through rank 11 through 15. So, you know, we almost getting down to that nitty gritty, man. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up. I guess nothing else to say, but hey, it's your boy Beezy430. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and all that stuff. And I'll check y'all out that part 3 video. Peace.